welcome to this episode of Spirituality in the 21st Century. I'm Shari from Energy Tarot and Magic, and I'm so glad you've joined me for this episode. There's a lot for us to talk about, so let's get started. In this segment, we look at how to survive and thrive in this chaotic time by putting faith over fear. I know it's not easy, but in the long run, you'll be happier and healthier if you can do this. Let's look at the blessed method of surviving this crisis. Blessed means belonging, livelihood, emotional, spiritual, and safety. The blessed method helps you identify your needs and then match them with appropriate interventions. It addresses what to do and how to help. Under belonging, you should observe interpersonal interactions, ask relationship questions, and provide social and spiritual support. Under livelihood, observe losses, ask about resources, and connect to faith-based and community resources. Emotional, you should observe distress, ask mental health questions, listen and facilitate releasing what can be released. Spiritually, you should observe indicators of faith, no matter what the faith, ask religious and spiritual questions, attend to spiritual meetings, and under safety, you should observe behavioral red flags, including frightened behavior, out of proportion to the situation, and giving away belongings. You should ask threat and harm assessment questions and refer as reported as needed. Using the blessed method with friends and family can help you help each other. It's a way of staying connected to how others are feeling during this pandemic. And when we are helping others, we tend to feel better ourselves. We should work on converting fear into love. Remember how I said that when we help others, we tend to feel better ourselves? This is a way you can help yourself feeling better during these strange times. Social distancing guidelines may have made you feel isolated and alone. If you feel this way, how do you think your elderly widowed neighbor feels when she's stuck alone in her home all this time? This happened to me over the weekend. I went out to check our mailbox and our elderly widowed neighbor was outside working on her yard. Initially, I was hesitant to talk with her because I don't want to get her sick. She's in her 80s. But then I remembered, like my own mother, she's alone in that house with no one to talk to. So I stood at the end of the driveway, she at the edge of her yard, and we chatted for a few minutes. By offering love instead of fear to her, I hope I helped her know she's not alone and that we are just across the street if she is in need of anything. My fiance joined us and reiterated that fact. We see people behaving in reprehensible ways right now. The hoarders, the looters, the aggression we see when we venture out into the rest of the world. It's important to remember we're all in this together and to offer love in the face of anger, fear, and stress. I try to smile at everyone I see now when I have to go to the store. I thank the clerks in the stores, and when appropriate, I tip well. Some may fear that politicians are using the pandemic to their own advantage. The news that Trump owns a stake in the company that makes the malaria medicine he keeps trying to sell as a cure for COVID-19 gives some level of truth to this thought. However, how much can we do about these issues right now? Nothing. It's time to release those fears and know that when the time comes, the universe will sort itself out. Maintaining a fearful attitude only ruins your own mental health. It has no effect on the people fostering that attitude in the world. Whenever you can, convert your fearful thoughts, reframe them into something loving, and you will feel better. Here are some great ways to fight boredom and anxiety during the pandemic and shelter-at-home orders. Get work done without office distractions. If you're working from home right now, you may find yourself being more productive at home than you might have been in the office. Reduce distractions by sharing your expectations with anyone you live with. My fiance knows when I'm at my computer, I'm working. This is a habit of ours for some time because I've worked from home since the end of 2018. Set clear boundaries with your significant other and children. Make sure they understand when they are not to disturb you and why. Hold them to the boundaries whenever you can, and take breaks and connect with the people you are sheltering with. Exercise and stretch. You can exercise without a gym. Look on YouTube for home-based exercises you can do and use the videos to learn new exercises. Exercise keeps your immune system strong and is a great group activity. Include everyone in the house when you can. Have a dance party at home. Dance with the people in your house or alone if you don't have anyone there with you. Set up live feeds and dance with your friends like you would if you went to the club. There are apps for silent dance parties that sync the music you all listen to while you're dancing. Write and create online content. Writing helps you deal with your emotions. Remember that others are likely facing what you're feeling. Share what you write in order to share your triumphs and defeats with others so you can connect with other people, no matter how far away from one another you might be. Make art. Do whatever makes you smile and call it art. I once read a book about, and then tried, mess painting. I was literally punching the canvas with the brushes, and some really interesting things came from those paintings. It doesn't have to look like a Picasso or Rembrandt to be art. Art should help you feel your emotions and release them so you can move forward. Anything that does that for you, keep doing it. You can catch up with loved ones over video or audio calls. Haven't talked with grandma in a couple months? Call her. You'll make her day and you'll feel better for the connection. Help your parents use technology to stay connected and try not to feel frustrated with their shortcomings in that area. I helped my mother join a Zoom meeting I held so she would benefit from the meditation I was conducting. It was a good way for her to see me work and get the benefits, but I started helping her a few days before the meeting to get her set up on her iPad and have the app installed. It made logging into the meeting much easier for us both on the day of. Learn how to cook better. There are so many cooking videos on YouTube, both from professionals and home cooks. My fiance does a cooking show called Cooking with Indy. You can find it on YouTube, and it's also available here on Boss TV. It's good food made quickly and with inexpensive ingredients. Search for the kind of food you want to make and then experiment. There are apps that help you find recipes to match the things you already have in your pantry, so you don't necessarily have to go to the grocery store clutching a list of ingredients in order to cook something new. Turn your bathroom into a do-it-yourself spa. Get some face masks, lotions, body oils, body scrubs, and nice bath salts. Pamper yourself or get your significant other to help you do it. Share these pampering products and ideas with everyone you are sheltered with. Play games with friends and family. Do you and your friends have the same games or have electronic versions of them? You can play together over video call or via apps. You can choose games that foster love, cooperation, and fun, rather than the more cutthroat games that might end in hurt feelings or arguments. You can even do puzzles together if you like. Learn something new. Many online learning resources are free right now, including access to college-level courses and other types of learning environments. Choose to take a course or two on something you've always wanted to learn, but never gave yourself permission to take the time to learn. Read. I've been an avid reader most of my life. I've put off things in favor of reading for many years. You've got time to read right now, so why not choose a book you've always wanted to read and read it? Consider starting a virtual book club where you all read the book, meet online in a group or via chat periodically so you can discuss the book. Meditate and reflect. Meditation is important to help you clear your mind and work through the issues you're facing. You've been given a gift here, time to look deeply into your path and decide if it still serves you or if it's time to make a big change. Make new friends online. I often go through my Facebook groups and delete any I just don't feel I have time to cultivate. Now is the time to join new groups, find new people with whom you share common interests. And within those groups, you're already one step closer to making new friends. Talk to individuals about what you like about the group and see where it takes you. You may have more in common than you think you do. Organize and optimize the space you have. It's time to clear out your cabinets and make choices about what to keep and what to donate or throw away. Make your space work for you and your needs. Watch stuff online. Now is the time to watch all the independent films and content that you never took time to enjoy before. Limit how much of your viewing and browsing time is consumed with COVID-19 news for your own mental health. If you feel overwhelmed and need someone to talk to but feel alone, you can call 800-985-5990 or text Talk With Us to 66746 to connect with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Disaster Distress Helpline. There will be some relief from the stresses of the energies of the past several weeks coming our way this week, but we will also be faced with a very difficult batch of energies that make us feel even more out of control than we may have recently. Being prepared makes a big difference in our abilities to survive this very chaotic time. The astrological energies from April 13th through the 19th include the Sun squares first Jupiter and then Pluto April 14th and 15th. This activates the dynamic conjunction again. It could bring us into confrontation with forces beyond our control. Instead of using your energy fighting this, the sun is in combative Aries, you'll need to focus on what constructive changes you can create. There are deep inner resources available to you that you can tap into. As the sun squares Jupiter, be mindful of excess. This may mean issues regarding stockpiling and panic buying may come to a head. The sun enters Taurus on April 19th, and we will finally start to see a dialing down of the heat that has been present for the past month or so. Taurus appeals for calm, tells you to relax, and to take things as they come, ground yourself, be present, and make time to smell the roses. It also asks you to attend to issues around security and resources. Taurus is slow-moving yet practical, so be methodical in your approach. Patience is still key. The new moon in Taurus will square Saturn on April 23rd. More about the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. Every 13 years or so, Jupiter brings its expansive and progressive energy into union with the intense catharsis and empowerment of Pluto. For 2020, this cycle of conjunction begins in Capricorn with Saturn present in Capricorn for most of the year. The conjunction in April 2020 is the first of three. It brings an important turn of events that will be revised in June and July for integration. The influence of Saturn in Capricorn will bring tests that temper the potential excess and inflation of Jupiter. We will learn lessons of maturity and responsibility cultivated through acceptance of natural cycles of change. Pluto retrograde is coming. Look for it to begin April 23rd and end in October. It will bring energy to help you rethink your path to realization and questions about the use you give to your personal power. You'll want to guard against feelings of excessive ambition, obsession with power, and the illusion of control. Be prepared as these energies start to cycle up. The lunar energies from April 13th through 19th include the waning gibbous and last quarter moon in Capricorn from April 13th through the 14th. The emotional charge from the previous week will decrease. Feelings of responsibility and duty become more prevalent and may mean more compliance with shelter-in-place orders. People become more practical and logical, and also less sensitive and more demanding towards others and themselves. This is the best time for scrupulous fulfillment of professional duties and responsibilities, as well as attention to detail. The health vulnerabilities include bones, joints, and gallbladder. Avoid physical strain, especially on spine and bones, as they become more fragile. It's a good time for healing if you're interested in getting distance healing or chakra balancing. I offer these services. All you need to do is dial 801-515-3209 to be connected directly to me, and then just request those services you feel you need. From April 15th through the 17th, we have a waning crescent in Aquarius. This moon brings feelings of inner freedom and openness. Emotions become more alive and are expressed more freely. We cannot stand pressure and impose limitations. Inner feelings of independence become a main priority. We tend to allow more freedom to ourselves, like desires to splurge in shopping or food, for something new and unexpected action or behaviors. It's a good time for reforms, experiments, and the implementation of new and risky ideas. Spend more time connecting with people, friends and colleagues, and acquaintances. Don't go overboard with a desire to show off. The health vulnerabilities include legs, nervous system, and sense organs. Avoid prolonged walks, hikes, straining your legs or nervous system, and avoid stress. Your heart will be stronger. It's a good time for stimulating your heart using vigorous physical training or exercise. From April 18th through the 19th, we have a waning crescent in Pisces. This moon's energies bring on romantic feelings, as well as heightened intuition. Dreaming and mystical moods and interest in religion, the magical and the unknown, will also increase. People become softer, more tender, and more sentimental. They'll speak kind words and give compliments to loved ones. You'll tend to have a deeper understanding of hidden meanings in life, events, and things. A more intimate perception of beauty, art, poetry, and music is part of this energy. It is a perfect time to take a virtual tour of a museum or art exhibition, watch a good movie, or read a favorite book. Just go a little deeper into your thoughts about these things. The health vulnerabilities include feet, toes, immune system. You should be walking less and wear only comfortable shoes. Your body becomes more sensitive to everything you put inside it, including alcohol, caffeine, and drugs, making your reactions much stronger. Be cautious. Carbs are recommended in moderation at this time. right now we are dealing with the energies that have come from the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction. So I thought this would be a good time to work with crystals connected to Jupiter and Pluto. Crystals for working with Jupiter and Pluto include these crystals for Jupiter. This is a planet of abundance, luck, and good fortune. It is connected with expansion and idealizing. It brings optimistic energy, so stay positive. Lepidolite is good for stress relief, aiding in the release of worries, and aligns you with acceptance. It is perfect for the going gets tough situations. It settles and replenishes the emotional body. It provides enlightened energy that helps you handle situations according to the highest path and aids in preserving integrity and well-being when dealing with angry people. It's good for combating financial stress, loss of jobs or relationships, or the need to make big changes in a short time. This stone is most effective when life is at its most challenging. Amethyst is a powerful stone for protection. It's also powerful for purification of the spiritual and physical bodies, and purifies the energy field of your body as well as any room it's placed in. It's an excellent healing stone and removes negative influences and attachments that hinder your spiritual, physical, and emotional healing. Amethyst allows you to maintain a clear, energetic body and in turn protects you from physical attacks as well. Lapis lazuli has vibrations that can awaken the inner royalty within us and propel us through the inner journey required to find this piece of ourselves. It's a psychic stone that assists in uncovering the truth through inner vision, and finding the truth through the self. Lapis provides deep awareness of one's own motivations and beliefs to give you a clearer perspective on your habits, patterns, and lessons learned. Quartz can be used to open the chakra system and advance spirituality to higher levels of consciousness. It can help you remain mindful of your intentions whenever you're working with it. And quartz can be used to clear and stimulate all chakras and energy points in the body, especially the heart chakra and the third eye. Quartz increases clarity and focus. These are some crystals for use in working with the energy of Pluto. Pluto is associated with rebirth, renewal, change, and transformation. It's also associated with power. It's time to use this transformational energy for good. Kunzite opens the heart and makes it act as a vacuum, allowing for all different types of love to get sucked in. It grants kindness, gentleness, and self-worth as well. It unleashes positivity from within and alleviates stress and negative emotions. Lava rock can teach you to ignite the fire within and allow your true expression to show. It gives inner strength to overcome personal changes and has the fire power to pull you back completely while bringing you down to earth. It boosts, motivates, and inspires. A stone of rebirth, lava rock will help you shed unnecessary emotions and unhealthy attachments. It's good for protection and success. Herbs for working with Jupiter. Anise is a stimulating and encouraging herb that increases psychic ability, stimulates vision, wards off evil and negativity. Sage is a very protective herb that clears negativity. Honeysuckle can be used for sweetening spells and enhancing love and sexuality. Clove is great for protection, clarity, and banishing negativity. It's also good for love and money. The herbs for Pluto include black cohosh, which is good for love, courage, potency. Coneflower, which is also known as echinacea, is great for healing, boosts psychic abilities, and attracts abundance. It's also good for protection. And finally, dragon's blood is very good for banishing and cleansing. This week's ritual is a Lepidolite powered bath to help you shed stress and anxiety. I hope you enjoy it. The Lepidolite Stress and Anxiety Release Bath and Crystal Ritual. You will need several pieces of lepidolite, a comfortable bath, honeysuckle, cornflower, and a cotton bag. You may ask yourself, when should I do this ritual? Honestly, whenever you feel stressed or have blocked out time for the ritual. First, you'll want to place the pieces of lepidolite in the bath, then place the honeysuckle and coneflower in the cotton bag and place it in the bath. Run the bath at a temperature you'll find comfortable for a long soak. Then settle into the water and just lean back and relax. Lepidolite's properties are easily spread through the water, so imagine the energy flowing from the stones and into the water, then surrounding you in their energy. You should begin to feel stress and anxiety flow away as you soak. When you're finished, stand up in the tub and let the water on your body return to the tub before you step out. Try to be patient and allow as much of the water on your body to drip into the tub or evaporate before you get out. As the water drains from the tub, visualize your stresses and anxieties going down the drain and flowing away from you. Take the cotton bag from the bottom of the tub when the water has drained, then spread the herbs out to dry. When the herbs are dry, burn them to release the last of your stresses and anxieties to the universe. Please note this ritual is designed to help you release stress and anxiety. It's important that you set aside time to relax and not be disturbed while you complete this ritual bath. This week's Oracle card reading is from the Chakra Oracle. If you like it, you can order one for yourself on my website, energytarotmagic.weebly.com. The cards for this week include the Throat Chakra Affirmation card, the Crown Chakra Alignment card, and the Heart Chakra Alignment card. The Throat Chakra affirmations say, I have a right to speak my truth. I communicate my feelings with ease, and I express my gratitude towards life. It may have become difficult for you to do these things in the past several weeks as you've been cooped up with your family or distanced from your social circle. This card is a reminder to go back to speaking up for yourself and sharing your feelings with those you trust. The Crown Chakra alignments include meditate or pray, set intentions, or connect to spirit and angels and guides. It's important to stay connected to the divine right now. Reach out through the Crown Chakra to connect with Source whenever you can. Spend time in reflection so when this pandemic comes to an end, you can return to a better life than you had when it started. The Heart Chakra alignments include spending time with loved ones, safely and socially distanced, of course, spending time with animals, and volunteering. It's important to remember you are social distancing, but you are not alone. There are many ways to remain connected in love and light, even when you cannot be physically close to the people you love. Volunteering is a great way to help yourself feel better about what's happening while simultaneously helping others. This week's reading really addresses many of the issues people are facing as this pandemic continues and social distancing becomes the norm with no current end in sight. Take care of yourself and those you love, and you'll start to feel better and more connected soon. Thank you for continuing to tune into spirituality in the 21st century. I appreciate the support and hope you are finding benefit and value in what I share. Please feel free to reach out and connect with me on social media during this time of stress and chaos. Creating and nurturing your support network now is more important than ever. You can find me on Facebook under Spirituality in the 21st Century or Energy Tarot and Magic, where I have a community group I'd love to see you join. You can find it directly at bit.ly/ETM community. Or you can find me as Shari Malin on Instagram and IGTV and YouTube. Thanks again for your support, and I'll see you next week.